Just like that, somehow it's Monday. I don't know how it's happened, but it has. It is Monday, the 23rd of March. Where's the rest of the year gone? I don't know. You know him. You love him, ladies and gentlemen. He is incorrigible, but he's hilarious. Neil Longie Long.
Thank you very much indeed. I'll take that. Incorrigible and hilarious.
I thought you might. Let's put some light on the subject. Probably see me a bit better now.
That's good.
Go. How?
Absolutely. Good afternoon. How was your weekend?
It was all right. It was okay. It was okay. How was yours? Much more to the point.
Okay.
Okay. Did you do any comedy?
I had a great comedy gig on Thursday night.
I would like to hear all about it.
Well, I headlined and I did 30 minutes and I got encored. They absolutely loved me.
But now, what do you do when you do an encore? No, I don't mean the routine. Do you have something set aside?
I always keep a bit hold a bit back just in case.
I got nothing. If I ever got an encore, I absolutely have no idea what I'd do. I'd have to finish with a joke, which I don't have. Anyway, that was very good. Where was the venue? Where was it?
Folkestone. It was like going back in time. How is the preparation going for your comedy gig?
Well, it's everything that I'm in flying. You have what they call a vector point. This is my vector point, May the 5th, 6:30 at Crazy Cox, which is part of Brasserie Zerdel. Now, how's it going? Yeah, it's kind of done. I'm just trying to refine all the damn time. You know what it's like. You just try and refine the whole time. Yeah, that's what you do. And it's do you go through self-doubt? And before you answer, I give you a moment to think about it. It's like you think, I've been writing this for months and putting it together bit by bit, walking around the park and walking along the Thames and walking everywhere, just because that's how I do it. I can't do it sitting at my desk. I have to be moving, right? And you say, yeah, this is funny. And then you go back to me and go, but is it? What are you, are you inflating a tire?
No, I'm charging my vape.
Oh, you're charging my vape. What does it say? Happy birthday to Liz Better Call Saul. Happy birthday, Liz Saul. We know her. We love her. She's a charming woman with very curly hair. But she's charming. I'm going to alter my seat. Hang on. Oh, man. Wasn't comfy. Well, I'm in a bit of a fury today, Neil Longie Long.
What, a panic or a rage?
No, a real outrage. In that, I'm so sorry. I cannot get comfortable today. I've been traveling today. I was up early and traveling to make sure that I was here on time. The news from Golders Green. If you don't know where Golders Green is, it's a part of North London where scum, we know who they are. I mean, we don't know the names of the individuals, but they're scum. Burnt 4 ambulances.
Yes.
4 ambulances belonging to a Jewish charity. Let me just make something very, very clear. I don't think people quite get the point. These ambulances are for everybody. Everybody. If Neil was ill, Liz was ill, Kimmy was ill, Ian of Surbiton was, it doesn't matter. You phone them, they would be there for you. People don't get that. You don't have to be Jewish to be eligible for these ambulances. They're for everyone in the population. Everyone. And it's a charity and it's volunteer. They don't charge you. And these lunatic, barbaric, medieval scum that successive governments have been gutless enough to let into this country burnt them to the ground in Golders Green, an area that I know very well. Let me just point something out to you. Last year,
it's a very orthodox Jewish area, isn't it? It's
just an area. It's not necessarily orthodox. It's an area.
I thought that was where all the really orthodox Jews congregated.
No, they wouldn't be there. No, they'd probably be more in Stamford Hill.
Oh, okay.
We just say hello to some people and I continue my rant. Philip Harling, hello to you. Ian in Surbiton. Good day, Russ and Neil.
Good day, Ian.
We'll get onto this. No, I didn't see it because I couldn't be asked. Be perfectly honest with you. No, not interested. Not interested in your question. I am interested in your question. I'm not interested in the program. Last year when I was very ill, in and out of hospital operations, I had to be ambulanced to hospital because I was that ill. Became an emergency. And the regular ambulances wanted a couple of hours to get to me. I was screaming in agony. I'm not going into details, but agony, not pain, agony. Oh, I was so bad I was hallucinating. Neil knows. And that's why I was missing for a part of last year. And called this voluntary service, and they were here in no time and took me to the hospital and went away. And gave a donation afterwards, entirely voluntary, don't have to. Thank God they were on hand. Import the third world, become the third world. This has to stop. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Can't take it anymore.
Well, it's completely unacceptable behaviour.
It's despicable, as indeed are they.
Unacceptable.
How many of these scumbags sell?
Racist, anti-Semitic. I mean, it's just all of it, isn't it?
Yeah, but you understand something, Neil. You're an intelligent guy. I've known you 30 plus years. If they wiped out every Jewish person in the United Kingdom, they'll come for you next. Don't think they won't. Don't think they won't burn the churches. Don't think they won't burn everything else that's in their way. It's not about just being anti-Semitic. It's a complete act of terrorism. It's a terror attack. It's not arson. It's a terror attack. It should be treated as such. But no one in this country anymore has faith in the police or the judiciary system, thanks to this government. No one. No one does. Because in the old days, you'd think if they got hold of them, they'd put them on trial and then they would go to jail for a very long time. Now, oh, you'll find some Marxist judge and they'll be walking. Probably shouldn't be here in the first place. And for Starmer to come out wringing his hands, that wimp of a man, after everything they've done to enable this behavior, through their inaction to encourage this behavior, is despicable. It cuts no ice. This is the most disgraceful government in living memory. And I'm not, if you think I'm standing there as a, ooh, hooray for the Tories, I'm really not. But I am incandescent today. When I read that news first thing this morning, it just put me in an absolute fury. A fury.
Yeah,
How long?
I don't know who
How
would do
long
that. But I mean, the
before the
police
British-
are onto it, aren't they?
Yeah, like they're on to the guys who broke the policewoman's nose in Manchester Airport. What's happened to that? What are they waiting for? What are they waiting for? Lucy Connolly banged up like that, 3 years plus for a tweet which she redacted. Explain this to me. I mean, it's a genuine, explain this. I don't understand what the hell's going on. Are they that desperate for these scumbags' votes? Is that what they're so desperate for? They allow this? I just don't know what to say. But this was just a despicable act of filth. They're ambulances for everybody. For you, for Neil, for Liz, for Kimmy. Doesn't matter. Everybody. Barbaric thugs. Diversity is our strength. My arse.
That's not diversity. That's otherness.
There you go. There you go. There you go. And my fear is this, and I've talked about it before, and Neil and I have talked about it. When the pendulum swings, I've said this so many times, and I don't want to be right. I don't. But when that pendulum swings in 4 years' time, which it will, massively, the blowback from what this country has endured will be brutal, be unacceptable, and it'll be horrible. And it's inevitable. Inevitable. Because terrorism works both ways. So certain communities have something to do about it now, because in 4 years' time, I wouldn't want to be you. I would not want to be you in 4 years' time. House by house, street by street, city by city. That's what's going to happen. Kimmy says this. If Brits went to move abroad, I hope they're not trying to destroy their way of living. Well, the most they do, if they go to Spain, they don't bother to learn to speak Spanish. That's kind of it. That's it. Oh, I have so much. Would you like to read this out? Neil Longie
Philip's
Long.
just taken over an allotment, spent the last 2 days feeling crap, and it's been so therapeutic. Got me out of the house, no TV, no radio, no social media. Brilliant. I know what you mean. Yeah,
just brilliant. It is.
Getting
It's
back
wonderful.
to nature.
It's wonderful.
Yes, not a good signal, but a better connection.
Say that again. That sounded wise, and I didn't catch it.
Not a good signal, but a better connection.
Not a good signal, but a better connection. That's lovely. Is that one of yours?
No.
Look, guys, I'm sorry to rant on a Monday. I'm really sorry to be, but I don't know what to do. I'm so angry. It's an area I know well. And that's irrelevant. I won't care if it was in Manchester. I won't care if it was, in the Orkney Islands. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
What matters is the act. They better find these scum. Find them fast. How many terror cells do you think are just waiting?
I don't know. I don't.
I would say hundreds. Hundreds, I would guess. I would guess there are hundreds of terror cells in this country. Just waiting. It's despicable. Chrissy Richards from Spain. I don't blame you. I'm angry. Thank you, sweetheart. I really appreciate that. I love the idea of Philip Harling taking a look. Do you do that? Do you do any? What do you do to get in touch with nature?
I walk. I go out in nature and walk, and my biggest challenge is calming my mind. It's just nice to be able to stop fighting everything and let things be for a while. Just let things be as they are and not fight against it. Just let it be. Because I can't control it. That's the thing. If I could, I would. Obviously. If I could get into these people's heads and stop them doing that, or even reason with them and say, look, give them all the information. Look, this is, but you can't. So
you can't.
What's the point in getting wound up?
You know what? And I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. You can't argue and debate with a rabid dog. You can't. It's the same thing. It's pointless. You can't argue with a fanatic.
No.
They're fanatics.
And fanaticism is not healthy in any part of society.
No, of course it isn't. Well, now, Chrissy Richards in Spain said, apparently only Portugal, Iceland and Ireland. Well, I wouldn't go to Ireland. I absolutely wouldn't go to Ireland under that government because they're disgraceful. Portugal, lovely, and Iceland, so expensive. So expensive. You ever been to Iceland?
No. Well, they do 3 chicken balls for a tenner.
And a very nice prawn party platter. I love the stuff from Iceland. I know what you're going with, the gag. I wasn't ignoring it. I love all that stuff. Shocking, isn't it? You go to Iceland, a branch of Iceland, and think, oh, that's pretty good. I won't
Do you remember
trying
B-Jam?
that.
Do you remember B-Jam?
I do remember B-Jam, yes. B-E-J-A-M, B-Jam. I don't know if it was a London thing or a UK thing. What was it? Oh, here we go. Chrissy Richards, great idea. Gardening and watching birds, bees, etc., or read a book. Ian in Surbiton. All right. Would you like to read this? Because it's wise, so it should come from you rather than me who's frothing at the mouth today because I'm so upset.
Right. Well, Ian says the Great British Stew has taken ingredients from all over the world in the shape of immigrants. It adds to the taste, but someone's pouring in salt now.
It's destroyed. It's destroyed. And to rectify it will be huge. Won't be done under this useless bunch of clowns who are governing us now. Governing. I mean, corrupt doesn't even come close. Gaslighting doesn't even come close. Did you see the thing over the weekend? The phone, which has all the sort of Mandelson information. It got stolen.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
Funny that.
Who would have thought? How stupid do these buffoons think we are? How stupid. Anyway, they're going to find out. B-Jams is a blast from the past, a bit like Budgeons.
Oh, I still see the odd budgeons.
Do you? Are they still around? Are they still around? Now, you're probably too young to remember Mac Fisheries. Do you remember
Yeah,
that?
I remember that. There used to
Oh,
be
you
one in Worcester
do?
Park. When I was very young, there used to be one in Worcester Park High Street.
McFisheries. Everyone's going to scream at me if I get this wrong. I like this. We go from world events to do you remember on your high street? Why not? What the hell? It's the way our minds work. It's the way your minds work. McFisheries either became McFisheries became Tesco's, I think, or was it Safeway?
Did it?
Safeway, everything you want from a store and a little bit more.
I remember the advert. I used to work at Safeways
What did you do?
in New Malden, just a general assistant. I was on £1.19 an hour.
Luxury lad, luxury. Philip Harley.
Which after £12 a week for a paper round, that was like earning a fortune once a week.
Bloody hell.
For one evening and a Saturday.
Wow. It's funny what we do that we relax into.
It was 5 till 8:30 on
an evening.
On an evening
or morning?
Yeah.
An evening.
Yeah, and then 8 till 6:30 on a Saturday.
Did you enjoy it?
No, not really.
Oh.
Well, I wanted to be a DJ at the time, and they had this intercom system. So it was customer service 600. Check out 4, please. Of course, me and my other mate that wants to be DJs, we kept on mucking around on the intercom, and we kept getting told off.
Did you always want to be a DJ?
Ever since I was about 16, yeah.
Wow. Why? Who were your heroes? I've never asked you this. All the years I've known you, who were your idols?
Chris Tarrant, Neil Fox, Mick Brown, Pat Sharp.
No, smoking on the
Not smoking, Alex. I'm vaping, Alex.
He's vaping, not seen Russ Jordan. No, I don't. I won't. I don't. I smoke cigars, but I don't really vape. I don't vape. I don't vape. So did you grow up? It's interesting. Being older than you, my heroes were.
Kenny Everett, of course.
Kenny Everett.
Alan Freeman.
Growing up when I was when we were schoolboys, Nicky Horn and I, our heroes were Dave Cash, Kenny Everett. We just adored these people. And then before all of that, the people on the pirate radio stations, Tony Windsor, Alan Freeman, of course, is the first one that I can remember when I was 9. Alan Freeman. Never thinking I'd meet him. Why would I meet him? This little 9-year-old Russell. Never mind working with him. It was incredible.
Well, that's how I felt when I went to Capitol.
Howard, hello, fella. Do you know how long I've known Howard Marks? Hazard a guess.
Is it the Howard Marks?
Well, no, because not that Howard. No, it's another.
Not Mr. Nice.
Not Mr. Nice. I think Mr. Nice is past now. Mr. Nice is, I think, but Howard and I have known each other. We rarely see each other, but Howard and I have known each other since we were 5. Since we were 5 years old, Howard and I have known each other. How lovely. Lovely to see you there. I shop at Iceland. Why shouldn't you? Right. What have we got coming in? Lovely to see you, Howard.
Hello, Paul. Me and friends tends to rally in Whitehall protesting against the Islamic regime in support of our wonderful Iranian Persian friends.
Yes.
At this protest, many Muslims, Christians, atheists, and hundreds of Jewish people standing shoulder to shoulder peacefully with Iranian. And that's the thing. When we're not, I don't know, prodded, is that the right word? We can live together peacefully. There must be many Muslims that I interact with on a daily basis, and I have no problem. There's probably Muslims that live up my road. No problem. There's probably Christians, atheists that live up my road. No problem.
Precisely.
And we get on fine, and we get on respectfully, and we're good neighbours, and it's just nice. It's a real melting pot of nationalities in the road where I live. So I think a lot of people do want to live together peacefully. Nobody wants to see innocent people be harmed. There's many of us who happen to have Iranian friends. I know a very famous, I don't know him personally, but I know his sister, Iranian comedian. He's worried about what's going on in Iran at the moment. And the regime,
Omid, presumably.
And the regime is brutal and it is medieval, but it's come on. How many years of how much more proof do human beings need that violence doesn't work?
It works if it's your entire religion and ethos and mentality. That's all they know.
Yeah, intimidation. It's a pretty low way of dealing with things, isn't it? Trying to scare people into doing what you want.
But it's terrorism. That's what terror does. Terrorism is designed to put fear and dread into the population. Just remember, it can work both ways. We love Kenny Everett. Yeah, he was fantastic.
You know that joke that got him fired from Radio 2, don't you?
Go on.
He got on air. His producer told him this joke. And he said, when we were a kingdom, we were run by a king. Do you want me to stop?
Go on.
When we were an empire, we were run by an emperor. And now we're a country, we're run by Margaret Thatcher. And he got fired for that. What a joke, though. What a line.
It is a line. It is
that's
a line.
what I call folks going down in a blaze of glory.
It's a very funny game. He did another thing on Capital.
That's going down in a blaze of glory. If you're going to go down properly. That is like Bon Jovi, blaze of glory. It really is.
It's just the best and so creative. And it's off screen and off mic. Quiet, charm, so quiet.
And lovely, I understood.
Lovely.
I never met him. I never met him, but I heard he was a very kind of unassuming, really lovely man. But put him in front of a camera or behind a microphone, he just came alive.
What I loved about him is when he was off, he was off. And what I can't stand about people is when they're on the whole time because they've got to. No, you don't. And he was quiet. He was unassuming, quietly spoken, quietly. He was such a nice man. Everybody loved him. He was such a lovely man.
Mm.
And his talent was ferocious.
I mean, all the stuff that people use machines and waveforms to make now, he was doing with tape. The mastery of the equipment, the quite primitive equipment that they had back then.
Yeah.
You know,
and do you know what he would do? He'd make his shows, which were phenomenal, on reel to reel, and post it to Capital. And he'd always say the same thing. He'd put it in the letterbox and go, well, I hope they like it. That was it. All of that genius on a tape, probably not backed up anywhere, popped into a postbox. Quite something, isn't it? Oh, yes, Phillips reminded us something.
That sounds a bit like a euphemism, Philip.
No. He got fired for saying that the Minister of Transport wife, I don't know who it was at the time, no idea, only passed a test because he was bunged a back. So naughty. In a Capital, there was oh God, I've forgotten the name of the company. It was nice people to do business with.
Curry Motors.
Thank you. Oh, bless you, Longie. Thank you. So it was Curry Motors, nice people to do business with. And they were paying a fortune in sponsorship and everything. And he went, oh, shouldn't it? No, that was terrible. He said, I won't do the voice. He said, shouldn't it be nice people with whom to do business. And he got bollocked for that. I thought it was a funny,
Who did?
neat little joke of grammar. He
Who?
got Kenny
Tarrant.
got no Kenny. Kenny came out of the break, and it said nice people to do business. And he said, but dears, shouldn't it be nice people with whom to do business? And he got into terrible trouble.
Really?
Yeah, really. Got terrible trouble. It's just hilarious. Do you know what I got into trouble with? I got into trouble a few times, but why people would hang on every word, God knows, but they did. 4 million people, 4 million people a day, right, on the show. And much like the Midday Show with me and Neil. And it was during Dallas, and Pammy Ewing had a new hairdo, right? I said as an aside, it looked like it'd fallen into a flymo. Just a silly joke that her hair had been done by a flymo, right? Lawnmower, flymo lawnmower, right? What do you think happened? Neil Long, what do you think happened?
Don't know.
All right. Well, two things happened. One, Flymo lodged an official complaint that I was intimating that Flymo made things messy. It was a joke about Pammy Ewing's hair, right? And every other lawnmower company that wasn't Flymo wrote in to complain that I was plugging Flymo. It's so silly. The world going to hell. Oh my God.
Ian in Surbiton. Now, I remember this. This was in the film Bloodbath, in the Bloodbath in the House of Death, which was a spoof horror film. And would you stop taking it off?
Leave it on.
I put it on. You took it off. Don't touch.
My hands are here. I'm not touching.
So yeah, there's a dark corridor, and you can hear dark corridor, creepy house, man all alone. And he goes down and opens the door, and Kenny Everett's sitting on the toilet playing the cello. He goes, do you mind? And shuts the door. Brilliant. Do you mind?
Oh God.
Brilliant.
It was only Kenny kept his illness very, very quiet. Very quiet, because he was a very private man. And of course, the legacy media, as they called the press, the tabloids, had people on their payroll in every hospital, basically. So if somebody came in, they could tip off the press. Revolting, disgusting, unacceptable, invasion of privacy, and that's the tabloid press for you. That's all of the press for you, really. And that's how he was. They did the same to Freddie Mercury, of course. Freddie was trying to keep his illness very quiet. Freddie, like I never met him, trying to keep everything quiet. And no, somebody on like wherever it was, in whatever hospital, tipped them off, got their pieces of silver, and it became public. I think it's disgusting. Yeah, Howard Marks is back. Howard, we haven't heard from you in years. It's lovely that you're back. Peter Young, do you remember PY, the pork pie?
Is he still with us?
No, he passed away. Roger Scott passed away. Roger Scott, Jesus, what a genius broadcaster. He brought minimalism to an art form. I'm not being rude. I mean, he said only what was necessary and communicated so much. Does that make sense?
Word economy.
Did you meet Roger? You must have met Roger, but you didn't meet him.
No. But about 10 years ago, maybe, I was in Ottawa with my daughter, and there was a radio station down one of the streets, and I just opened the door and went, "Hello, I work on radio in London. Can I just come and say hello?" And the people there, the Canadians, that they knew Roger Scott, they knew who he was. How cool was that?
Oh, did they really?
Yeah, they knew Roger Scott. We were talking about the old days. The names were kind of global.
Yeah, they no pun intended. They Ashley Table. They were legendary because they were so modest. So modest, and I just admired their style, and I admired it so much. But growing up, when I was a very little boy, when you had things such as Sunday lunch, when your mum would cook a roast or a chicken or something or other, and you all sat around the table. You didn't watch television because it wasn't, but you listened to the radio, and that gave me my love of radio, which is still my first love, far beyond television and audio always. And you'd listen to Round the Horn, the Navy Lark, and the first things I can remember as a very little boy was the Billy Cotton Band show and stuff like that. And that gave me an amazing guy. You will have never heard of him, called Jack Jackson. And Jack Jackson had a show before it was Radio 1. It was called the BBC Light program. I'm sure many of you remember that, the Light program. And this chap was called Jack Jackson. I know nothing about him apart from I loved his shows as a very little boy. And he'd put all these sound bites, we call them the sound bites now, together in the most incredible, inventive way. He needs to be relooked at because what a pioneer, and completely forgotten. I don't think anybody remembers Jack Jackson now. What have we got? Howard's very verbose today. Peter Young, Roger Scott, total legend. I was the first record plugger. Howard was a record plugger for many, many years of great renown, may I say. You don't mind me saying that, do you, Howard? To be shown around Capital Radio's day before Capital started broadcasting. Wow. That must be a thing.
It was an incredible place. I can get all nostalgic thinking about it. I mean, just to be part of that, just to be working in a place with people that I saw as...
What do you... I'm often asked, I'm going to ask you this question. As we're walking down memory lane a little bit, and why not? Maybe we're happier in the past than we are in the present. I certainly am. What do you miss most about being there?
The excitement. The excitement of being on something so pioneering, so leading edge with people that really knew what they were doing, and just being caught up in that excitement, but contributing in my small way to that field and have an opportunity to do that. That was incredible. That was absolutely incredible. And I've never had a experience like it since. I always try and, I suppose, recapture it in some way, but you can't. And that's the sad thing.
It was of its time. It was enshrined in that time. I miss, because people say, oh, don't you miss the flying? I go, no, not at all. Not at all. Genuinely not in the least. They said, well, what do you miss? I said, I miss the camaraderie.
Camaraderie was fantastic.
Really miss. It was like working with your best mates and having the best time and having such a love and enjoying and loving every second of it. And that's what I miss.
I mean, we have that to a degree at Radio Jackie. That that there's a.
That must be. I mean, how long have you been at Jackie? It's like forever.
23 years. I mean, there's a very talented girl that does breakfast news, works with us, and she says it's like working with your mates in the morning, which is lovely. And she's only in her late 20s, and she's great. And Kira Lawrence, my guest presenter, missing my show buddies, lols. Hello, Kira. We'll have you back on at some point, guest presenting if you like.
Oh. How did the flying eye come about? Well, that's a very long story, Mark. I don't want to bore everybody to death with it. It's a long, it's very silly. Do you mean the idea of somebody doing it? The idea, when I lived in America, and I was listening to all the New York stations, I lived there for a few years, very happy times. They had Neil Bush in the chopper. And I'd listen to this guy. Neil Bush and the Chopper, and it was part of the New York. Never forgotten. It was very exciting to listen to that. So I suppose. Oh yes, thank you, Dave, the great David Starr. Hello, David. And he says this. Russ, I remember Jack Jackson. Oh, thank you. He would have been 100 last month. Oh, hang on. Whoa. Hang on.
Sorry.
Where are we? Also, his son, Malcolm, who went into the studio business. Oh, right. Jack Jackson was... I haven't heard it since I was a very small child. I do mean very small child. So I don't know if it stood the test of time. David Stark, by the way, the Trembling Wilburys. You get the chance to see them. They're lovely. David Stark, one of the, apart from the fact he's an absolute delight as a human being, one of the most, along with Patrick Humphreys, two of the most knowledgeable people about music, of any aspect of music I've ever encountered, ever in my life. And what I love about David and what I love about Patrick Humphreys, who I was at school with, known him since we were 13, 14, incredibly modest and just wonderful people, just lovely people. And Kimmy, the lovely Kimmy, yeah, absolutely. You were lucky. Kimmy was, I think, almost the first passenger to ever come up with me in the Flying Eye. 1985, she came up. I started in 84. And Kimmy Lashmar, watching us now. Isn't that great? 1985. Yes, Kimmy says 1985. She was wearing white boots. Who can forget that? She was wearing white. Oh, God damn. Oh, wow. Wow. It's interesting. As I get older, I think there's a kind of a theme which has emerged today. And I don't know if Neil feels it. I probably, because I'm a few years older than, well, several years older than Neil, probably hit me first. I don't want to live in the past. I absolutely don't want to live in the past. I've not at all, David. I mean it. You're a lovely, you're a charming, lovely guy. I always enjoy bumping into you, which is everywhere. It's weird. Most obscure place, David. Will I bump into David? We both go, what are you doing? That's so obscure. I can't live in the past. You can't do that. You have to look to the future, and you have to try and enjoy the present. I'm struggling with that right now. I'll be honest with you. I'm struggling with it for a whole raft of reasons, none of which I'm going into. And you have to look to the future. You can't live in the past.
I think we're all struggling a bit at the moment, aren't we?
I think so. But
I don't know anyone that's not.
I'm going to ask you the question. Do you feel safer when you surround yourself with, when you think about the, oh no, I'm asking it very badly. Let's start again. Sorry. All right, let me just see if I can get my words in the right order.
Go on.
When you think about the past, does it envelop you with a sort of warmth and a safe, I think the word I'm looking for is safety and a comfort that you don't feel now?
Yeah.
Or is that too personal?
Yeah, it does. And there's been an awful lot of change since then, and I know it's not the same world, and it's confusing to me, and I think, but maybe to a lot of people as well.
Yeah.
I mean, we have to be in the present, don't we? We have to. We do. Embrace the present moment, because there is only the present moment. I don't know.
Is it? You see, you read enormously psychological books, all of the counseling books, therapy, but you read tons of it. I read none of it, to be honest with you, which is why I love listening to you. And I've learnt, you know that. I've been very open about it. I have learnt from you, because certain things that you've said over the years that we've been working together, spring to mind. And I think, yeah, that really works. That makes sense. I get it.
Yeah.
I like the way you explain things about the biological effects and the emotional effects. I get all that. Right. And I don't know if it's dangerous to think, the past is, the past is another country, and besides, the wench is dead. I should know that. I used to say it. Right. But are we being silly because we feel so unsafe? I don't think anything makes sense anymore. This is the problem. I don't think things make sense anymore.
I mean, there is a way of framing it positively. Are we on the cusp of positive change? Is our hand being forced, where more and more people are doing really positive things.
Oh,
Look, are the old ways simply not working anymore? And this is just the last knockings of that.
oh, that's a fantastic bloody question.
Is there
Shit, that's a
growth?
brilliant
Is
question.
there growth happening?
No, I don't think there's growth. I think there's recession. I don't mean, well, there is financial recession. We know that.
I don't
the
mean
government-
economic growth.
No.
I mean,
No, I meant emotional growth, humankind growth. No, I don't think we're growing. I think the opposite. That's what's so frightening. I think that we're reverting. We're reverting. I do. Now, one thing I have to say about Howard Marks, he is visually impaired. You don't mind me saying that, Howard, because it's an open fact. You're very honest.
So I know what he means. Jack Jackson lived in the Canary Island, and gave his shows to BBC David Stark. He's
a great friend of mine. That's
friend
nice.
of mine.
Didn't even know that. Yeah, lovely. Yeah, lovely. It's you see, Kimmy's saying this. When I was a teenager, growing up, going to school in Tottenham, I can't believe we're going down. I cannot freaking believe we're pathetic. Anyway, while spending holidays with family in Barry Island, I was always worried about thugs. It's just different. Yeah. We were all. If you grew up in the 70s, you had all the skinheads and everything, and that was.
Yeah, I remember all that.
They're all middle-aged men now, and grandfathers, I should imagine. But they were very scary. You know, they're scary as hell, to be honest with you, because they kick the living crap out of you with their bobble boots and all the rest of it. Probably didn't want to behead you. Unlikely that they would burn ambulances. Kind of the difference. And although the skinheads were vile, they didn't want to take over the world. Neither, if we think about it, did they want to change everyone's way of life. They just wanted to beat the shit out of you if they saw you on the street and didn't like the way you looked. Get that? But they didn't invade other countries, didn't launch missiles at anybody, didn't blow people up. It's kind of the difference. I think that's where we are now. And I think everyone's just a little bit, you know. All right, I've thought this for years. See how this sits with you, Neil. See how this sits with you. All right. Yeah. Does everybody think that in the 30s in Germany and Austria, the people were sitting around were all idiots? No, they weren't. They weren't. They were sitting in elegant cafes, having coffee and hot chocolate and delightful pastries, lovely food, looking at the political situation around them and going, it'll be okay. It'll be all right. It'll be fine. Somehow it'll all work itself out. And we saw from 1939 onwards how that worked its way out. It wasn't okay. It wasn't fine. It was terrible. And I have a genuine terror, I use the word advisedly, that we are sitting around now going, well, it'll be okay. But we're waiting for the cavalry. We're waiting for the cavalry to come over the crest of the hill and rescue us. Guys, we are the cavalry. There's no one to wait for. It's us. We are the cavalry if we want this to stop. Oh, Howard's upset.
Do you want to do a fun game?
I'd love to. Are you kidding?
All right. So ChatGPT can be a really, really good therapist.
Really?
For example, I'll go first.
If you wouldn't mind, because I'm putting myself. It sounds a bit nerve-wracking to me. Go
The
on.
world is in a state.
Yep.
I want to make a difference
Okay.
in a way that's right to me.
Uh-huh.
Me.
Yeah.
And
I'm excited, to be honest.
and succeed on my own
terms.
Yeah.
Okay.
On my own terms.
All right.
Should I be doing more spiritually? There we go. So I typed that in.
Spiritually. Oh,
why not?
I didn't see that one coming. You threw me a curveball, fella.
Short answer, Neil. You don't need to do more spirituality. You need to aim your existing life more deliberately. Trying to bolt on extra spiritual tasks can quietly turn into guilt, pressure, or performance. What actually moves the needle is alignment, consistency, and impact in your real arenas, which are radio, comedy, DJing, business.
Don't tell me it's saying that.
Yeah. Yes, the world.
Hang on, stop. No, I know. You just typed that in and it's saying this to you immediately.
Yes, immediately. Yes, the world can feel messy, but the trap is thinking you need to fix it globally. Real impact tends to look like a room you lifted, a person you didn't tear down, a conversation you handled well, a bit of work done with integrity, small circles, repeated often. That's how it spreads. Your lane, this is important. You're not built to be a monk, a guru, or a full-time activist. You are built to be a communicator, a performer, a connector. So your version of doing more spiritually isn't withdrawal. It's showing up in your world with slightly more intention. Try this question rather than should I do more? Am I living in a way I respect? If the answer is mainly yes, you're on track. If no in certain areas, adjust those. No need to overhaul your identity. How
does he know this about you?
Did I help or harm today? What could I have done better? No judgment, just awareness.
How does he know all this about you? Oh, you freak me out here.
Clever, isn't it?
Yeah, but how does it know you do all those things?
Because we've talked.
You talked to Chat GPT. About what?
About anything.
Why?
Well, it tends to give better responses than most humans do.
Isn't that a very... I don't know. I don't do it. So forgive the naivety of my question. Isn't that a scary thing to do?
Why don't you ask a question? I'll ask it for you.
No, because it'll think it's you.
No, I won't. I'll tell him it's someone else. I won't name you.
What do I do? Do I just put Chat GPT in? All right.
No, ask me a question. I'll type it in for you.
Hang on. Let's just... all right, I will. All right. Hang on a minute. A lot of people in Europe saw what was happening. We're talking about the 30s again, and got out or made the decision to stay long before we saw it in the 30s and long before we will see it now. I think you're in the best place up in Fife in Scotland. The hell out the way. All right. Okay. What question can I ask? But he won't know it's me. He knew it was you because it said comedy and broadcasting and all those things, didn't it? Right? Am I going wrong?
No.
Right. Chrissy Richards. Do Chrissy Richards then. Do Chrissy Richards. Chrissy Richards wants to know this. Christ, it's like Mystic Meg today. Do one for me, Neil. Where is my life going? Well, Spain mainly, Chrissy, to be honest with you. Nice paella, bit of Rioja. Marvellous. My life is very narrow at the moment. Spain, Rioja paella is kind of it. Bit of ham. No bullfighting, thank you. Don't want that. Right. Right. Are you? But why does it think it's Chrissy and not you?
Because I've told it it's for a friend. Your life isn't going somewhere on its own. It's going where your current patterns are taking it. Mm-hmm. How you spend your time, what you tolerate, what you repeat. A better way to answer it practically. If nothing changed, where would you be in a year?
I can answer that, and I'm not even AI.
What
Spain.
parts of your life are growing? Money, relationship, health, of confidence. Growth equals direction. What are you avoiding? That's the steering
Everything.
wheel.
All right, ask a question. I'll ask a question. Oh, Lord. What can I do to make the UK a safer place to live in?
All right.
Direct question.
Can I tell him you're a broadcaster?
You tell him what you like. You have full
broadcaster and writer.
Yes.
And comedian.
And
male escort.
And male escort. Yeah. Gigolo. It's extraordinary, this stuff, isn't it? Eh? Oh, Ian in Surbiton. I like Ian's thing. That's very wise. Simple answer. Walk your own path.
All right, here's your answer.
All right, here we go.
It's thinking. Make your own corner of it safer, then widen the circle. Because one person is unlikely to make the UK safer in one grand cinematic swoop, but they can make a real dent through the lanes they already occupy. For a broadcaster and writer and comedian, that might mean tell the truth clearly. Confusion and fear are petrol. Clear language helps people think better. Lower the temperature without going bland. Not everything has to be a screaming match. You can be sharp without feeling panic or hatred. Punch up, not down. Comedy can relieve tension, expose hypocrisy, and build solidarity. It can also make vulnerable people feel more unsafe. The choice matters. A lot of danger starts long before violence. It starts when people stop seeing each other as human. Showing firmness without dehumanizing people is quietly powerful. Drawing attention to what helps, local groups, youth work, mental health support, community projects, neighbourliness, practical kindness. Safety is not only police and laws, it is belonging, and use influence to create atmosphere. A strong line for your friend might be, you make the UK safer by making truth clearer, cruelty less normal, and other people more human to each other. In your own little way.
Okay, well, that's Ian's saying.
Liz, happy birthday, love.
Happy birthday, Liz Saul. Happy birthday, Liz Saul. Happy birthday, Liz Saul, who's a broadcaster for the BBC and has very curly hair and goes swimming all the time. Happy birthday to you. There we are. Liz must be, what, 33, 34 now?
At least.
Tops. Max. Can't be any more. It'd be impossible. Very interesting. Anybody else would like Neil to ask ChatGPT a question? Don't say what's going to be the lottery winners next week. Ha 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 ha, says Liz Saul. Thank you. No, thank you. Yeah. Anybody else would like to? By the way, Kimmy's doing wonderfully. She says, yeah, that's right. Yeah, 34. I knew she would. Yeah, 34. Started at the BBC when she was 3. Now, come on, roll up. Roll up. What was all that about? Get your snake oil here. Get your snake oil here. Would anybody like Neil to ask ChatGPT a question?
And we could drill down a bit on Chris's question.
Chrissy Richards in Spain. Yeah. Go on.
Where is my life going? What area of your life in particular? Because we've all got patterns that we're running from, and those patterns continue until we stop them. We become aware of them, and it can.
Oh, this is interesting. Hang on, what is this? I don't use it, by the way, but ChatGPT can get lost. They know where it is. What does that mean? They know what? Oh, I love this. Do Dave Sleet.
I need a question.
Come on, Dave Sleet. Dave A. Sleet. That's so funny because that's his mum. That's his mum winding everybody up. Oh, what have we got here? Coming in from Birthday Girl. One of Neil's work colleagues once looked up Neil on AI, said he works at Capital and liked football. I presume you don't. Oh, all right. Okay, here's something. I need to stop worrying so much about my daughter. All right. Good idea. Let's see what the mighty guru of ChatGPT. Isn't it bloody dangerous asking a sodding machine what we should do as human beings, eh? Bloody madness. How do we get here? Because we have so little faith in ourselves as a species, because we've been let down by everybody. So we'd rather listen to a machine because it's not biased much. Of course, it's bloody biased. Right. What have you asked?
That's such a tender one. It's not really about worry. It's about love with nowhere to go sometimes. And the honest answer is she probably won't stop worrying completely, but she can stop it running her. Worrying about your child doesn't mean something's wrong with you. It means your brain is trying to protect someone you love more than yourself. It just gets a bit over enthusiastic and starts imagining worst case trailers. It's care. The goal isn't no worry. It's care deeply without living in fear. Big difference.
Bloody hell, that's good.
Separate real risk from imagined fear. Gently ask, is something actually happening right now? Or is this what if thinking? If it's not happening now, it's a future story, not a current problem. Worry lives in the future. Bring it back to, is she okay today? Most of the time, the answer is yes, that's your anchor. Trust what you've already done. You've raised your daughter with values, awareness, life skills. At some point, parenting becomes guiding and then trusting. That's the hard handover. Solution, create a worry container. Instead of worrying all day, give it 10 to 15 minutes set time, write down fears, then close it. Then your brain learns we've dealt with this. It can stand down.
Wow. I'm going to ask a cheeky sod, David Stark. Russ, ask chat when your next book is coming out. I have 3 books completed since The Gatekeeper. 3 books. And my wonderful agent, who I love dearly, and I are in debate all the time about what to do about them. They're done. I've written 3 books since then, 3 novels, all completely different. And I love them. Christy's coming back. So that's the answer to that. Very good. Must try. Thank you. Right. Liz Saul's question. Birthday girl. She deserves it because it's our birthday present to you. What is the best way to combat stress which is outside your control? Says 33-year-old Liz Saul, broadcaster at the BBC. Right. What is the best way to combat stress which is outside
It's
your
a bit like
control?
trying to stop the weather. You can't, but you can decide whether you're standing in a t-shirt or carrying an umbrella. You can't control the source of the stress, but you can influence your response to it. Name the lane you're in. Can I control this? Act. Can I influence it? Nudge. Can I do either? No? Release. Most stress sits in the 3rd bucket, but we keep treating it like the 1st. Stop trying to solve what isn't solvable right now. Gently interrupt it. Not actionable right now. That one line can save hours of mental loops. Anchors, stress but lives in the body as much as the mind. Quick reset, slow breathing, in 4, out 6. Short walk, unclenched shoulders, jaw. You're telling your system we're safe at the moment. Instead of saying if everything goes wrong, say what actually needs handling today. Your life becomes manageable again. Mental model, circle of control, actions, effort, choices.
Say that again. Whoa. Circle of control.
Actions, effort, choices. Circle of concern, everything else. Stress explodes when you live in the second one. Calm returns when you act in the first.
It all sounds great. And then I say cheerio to Neil, and Neil says cheerio to me. And I think, yeah. And then instantly I am thrown back into my default mode. It's yeah. I'm going to recommend something. I am not being paid to do this, but I always think if anything actually works in this crazy world, it's worth passing on, right? I'm going to change the subject just for a sec, but it sticks with AI. So just bear with me. I'm writing all the time. You know that I'm writing all the time. And I was being deluged by a company called Whisperflow, WISPR, Whisperflow. Never heard of it, meant nothing to me. I think it's American. And it's a voice to text system. Now, I've tried loads over the years as a writer, voice to text systems, and they're really clunky. Punctuation's terrible. The spelling is rubbish. It's easier for me to write. Okay. So I was receiving so many adverts for this Whisperflow thing. I thought, I'll give it a go. How bad can it be? If it's any better than the usual rubbish, be a plus, right? I had low. My expectations were very, very low. Very low. All right? Unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Now, at the moment, I'm using it free. I'm not part of the thing. I'm just a punter. I have no connection to this company. Don't even know where it's based. At the moment, it's free. I don't know if they're going to start charging. Obviously, they're going to start charging because it's not a charity. This system, Longie, is amazing. And Howard Marks, if you're still here watching the show, Whisperflow would transform your life. It is so. I'd give you a stupid example. If I say, "Hi Neil, really great to see you. Looking forward to seeing you tonight at 7:00." Oh no, make it 8. It'll take out the ums and ahs and just say, "Looking forward to see you at 8:00 tonight." It's unbelievable. It's quick. It's accurate. The punctuation is perfect. The paragraphing and everything. I'm stunned by this system. Absolutely stunned by it. If you don't like typing and want to dictate, but it comes out as text for WhatsApp, for your emails, for writing a book or whatever, it's really good. I pass it on. I have no connection with these people whatsoever. I don't know what they're going to charge. Once they start charging, I'll probably have to bail out because it'll be too expensive for me. But at the moment, you might want to try it. Whisperflow. There you go. That's it. What a show. And Neil Longie Long, we broke the record for numbers of people watching and listening to the show today. Broke the record.
How many?
A lot. I'm not going into it. A lot. The most you and I have ever had. Unbelievable. I'm so thrilled.
I'll see you Wednesday.
Absolutely. You having a guest
Before
on Wednesday?
can I quickly shamelessly plug something?
Go ahead. I was hoping you would because I could see the thing down there. Go on.
The Clap Comedy is back on Thursday, the 2nd of April at the Bell Inn, Hampton. Ooh. And if anyone would like to come along.
Wait a minute, Neil Longie Long. There's a photo of someone who's quite familiar to this show at the bottom row.
Yeah, it's that Dave Sleep bloke who's got a 5-minute spot.
Dave Sleep. No, I know his mother, Sue Sleep, marvelous. But I'm not familiar with Dave Sleep. No, I don't know. Yeah, Dave Sleep.
Dave, I very much look forward to working with you.
Absolutely so. It's a lovely venue. I can vouch for that. It's a smashing venue. Lovely seriously, it's not an adversarial atmosphere. It's a lovely atmosphere, all beautifully run by Neil Long, I gotta say.
And Emily Cato.
And what he said, Emily, I didn't catch the lot. Yeah. Right. Neil will be back on Wednesday. Until then, take care. Remember,
Liz, happy birthday. Hope you have a brilliant
birthday, Liz Saul. We love her. We love her. I know we take them in. We love her a lot. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye now.